My name is Liz Li. I'm originally from Beijing, China. I have been living in Victoria for 7 years. We moved to Canada in 2017. My husband and I and my daughter. At that time, she was 9 years old. Nowadays, she is 17 years old. She's in grade 12. She's on the way to the university. Initially, just me and my daughter stay in Victoria. My husband have to fly between Victoria and Beijing back and forth. Two reasons brought my family to Canada. One is because of the pollution. When we were in China, the pollution in Beijing was so serious. So another reason is because for my daughter, it's education. So what we are trying to do is encourage our daughter to explore something rather than just memorize something. So when we moved to Canada, I think language is a kind of a barrier. Maybe sometimes people were struggling with my accent, Chinese accent, but I think it was okay. Yeah, people can understand me. In a situation when you couldn't express yourself 100%, it's kind of frustrating. Even though at this time, sometimes I think, I'm just wondering, what's the exactly word to describe that kind of feeling? Maybe I can figure out more than 100 words to express myself. But in English, maybe it's very limited choice. We need to provide a lot of proof of our experience, of our career, of our education. In my home country, I have a bachelor's degree in journalism. Actually, I worked as a reporter for our national television. Both of my husband and I were directors of documentaries. We have served for our national television for over 1 decade. And then we run our own company. That's also a studio. We produce a lot of documentaries focused on culture and the history of China. I also co-authored a book. I also wrote some articles for the magazines. The articles I focus on some parenting. Maybe a lot of people think, an Asian mom maybe is a tiger mom. I want to break that kind of stereotype. Nowadays, I worked as a teacher in the Victoria Chinese Public School, and also I joined ICA in last year. Walking into an English-speaking workplace, I think so far is my biggest success. At ICA, I got 2 important things. One is the confidence. Another is the sense of belonging. I think the 2 things are very important to a newcomer. One thing I would like to say is trust yourself. Give yourself enough time. The position I'm working in nowadays is an entry level. I think in the future, if possible, I will pursue a higher level, maybe in some specific departments which is related to my background. Yeah, that's my purpose. That's my goal. In my leisure time, I run in my own YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels. At the first stage of my new life in Canada is I wanted to beat that kind of stereotype on purpose. I worked very hard. Even at that time, I even want to somehow hide my accent. So, and then eventually I started to embrace my new identity. This kind of identity is this person is just Liz, not a person from Eastern Asia, not a person who was used to be a director, not a newcomer even. So no, I don't think any label could define me. I'm just Liz.